Check out some really cool hobby products to enhance any tabletop out there. Spiky bits. What's up, hobby maniacs? Rob Baer here again with you with some very cool stuff for your tabletop. This is Elrik's Hobbies, and traditionally we've reviewed a lot of their stuff on here, sure, and generally it's all, you know, bases and things like that, but now they're really they're up in their game. They're taking it to that next level, and they're getting into the acrylic market here, which you can see they got a lot of pretty dope offerings for their first go around. Actually didn't open up one of the baggies here with the little wound counters, but they've got a lot more products that are going to be on their web store if they're not already on there right now. That will be on there soon. I got some preview copies to try out and put in some battle reports and put them through their paces and give them some of my feedback. But I wanted to show you guys some of this stuff because it's pretty neat. Like, first off, they've got some regular blast template sets that we're all used to, of course. Then you've got some custom, all sorts of different types and factions, objective markers here. This is a Melstorm Tracker, so you can keep track of your turn and your points using some cards. And then, of course, they've got their traditional measuring template here. I guess we can't say it's tag template because that's copyrighted by somebody that doesn't make these anymore, but regardless, it's here and it's very functional. And they've even got purity seal. So we're going to take a closer look at all these coming right up. So starting with the biggest, and I guess we'll get down to the smallest here. This is their Melstorm Tracker. Now this is a preview copy. It's one of their prototypes, so it's got a few dings in it, but you know, they told me that ahead of time. They're like, yo, try it out, tell me what you think. I think it's pretty neat, to be quite honest. Now, I know they saw me at Adepticon with my cards and sleeves because I didn't want to get them all jacked up, and I noticed, I was like, wow, I wonder if I'll have to de-sleeve these, but I won't, because they actually cut the slits big enough that you can put these in there whether they're sleeved or unsleeved, which is kind of a nice bonus, you know, because that's the point to protecting these is if you, I don't even know if you can buy Melstorm objectives anymore, to be quite honest, so that's pretty cool that you can definitely keep your stuff more well protected than it would normally be inside of this little kind of tracker. Now, it goes up for points because we all know how Melstorm goes, and of course you can keep track of your turns because sometimes it gets, you know, you got to track stuff at the beginning, track stuff at the end, it's all good. This is pretty heavy duty or acrylic, to be quite honest. Like, it's glued together here. You can tell it's pretty good, you know, for being a prototype. I like it. It's functional, it spins, you know. I don't feel like it's clunky. I like these little rubber stoppers, so you know, if you put it on a terrain table or something, you're not going to jack up the table with this thick acrylic scraping across it, and it's functional, which I dig. Like, this is pretty cool. Kudos for them to coming out with this, and I think you can really keep your games of Melstorm you know, pretty well organized, because it can get a little, doing the maintenance and doing the upkeep, it definitely can take a lot of time and effort, and plus it's pretty low profile, so you can throw this in your bag, you know, with your whatever books and everything like that, and it's not any thicker than a book, let's be honest, right? So I think it's a pretty neat little product. I think these are going to go for $20. Like I said, it might be on their website, it might not be on their website at this point, but definitely check it out if that is something that can help your games. And then also they started getting into custom acrylic templates as well. So they've got these right here, which I don't know what the actual faction is, but we'll just go with the Raven templates here, or the XIX Legion. I don't know if you can say that, but I'm going to say it. Which I think is pretty cool. I mean, these are just as high quality as anything out there on the market. I mean, it's cut out. I wouldn't put a lot of pressure on that because it, you know, it might snap, but I mean, it's nice thick acrylic, and I wouldn't feel like this is any fragile than anything else out there that you get from Games Workshop themselves directly, you know. So, and it's cool that it's marked, just so you know, 3-inch, 5-inch, you know, whatever inch this thing is right here. I think it's about 8 inches long, give or take. And they've got different styles of these. I'm sure they're going to come out with more. So there's a blood drop one. There's a dragon one. There's, what is this? This is an eye. This is an Imperial Eye one, and this looks like a wolfy one. I wonder what that could be. So these template sets are, let's see how much, $20. Custom template sets from Elrik's Hobbies. Again, breaking out, getting into some new stuff out there. What are we going to look at next? Let's look at the objective tokens, because I thought these were pretty neat. I was like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. So they're about the size of a 50-cent piece, right? And they're pretty well printed, you know, they're just jammed right in there, and these things cut right out. They seem thick. I mean, I don't feel like I could break that on purpose, maybe on accident if I dropped it or chucked it at somebody like a Ninja Star, which I guess depending on how your games go, you might have to refrain from doing, but but they're pretty dope looking, and they've got a couple of different varieties already too. Looks like they got wolves again, and some blood drops, which of course you could use those, I suppose, as wound markers too. Wouldn't be super effective, but you could. And then here's some dragon ones too. So I'm digging these. These are neat for $8. I don't feel like it's that bad of a deal. You know, for getting that custom swag that is, you know, something that you're like, oh, I really want that for, you know, my army. That's, you know, that's my army. I want something different, and it's all about accessorizing at this point. So next up is going to be their range ruler here, and this little guy, let's see, what is this called? This is called, let me find the package here. Of course, I've been tinkering with this stuff. 6-inch ruler, and it's only $6, to be quite honest. I don't feel like that's a bad deal. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to be doing custom laser engraving. You might want to hit them up about it. I have not talked to them about it, but I know a lot of stores used to be able to get custom lasered logos and things onto these if they bought like 50 of them or whatever from when Gale Force 9 used to do it. Now, functionally, this thing seems pretty dope because, you know, it's got your 2-inch, which is great for both games of Age of Sigmar and 40K. 1-inch, same deal, Age of Sigmar, 40K. The only thing it's kind of missing here is 3 inches, because remember, you can't get within 3 inches in Age of Sigmar of, you know, enemy units without basically being eligible to swing on them in combat and pile in and things. Then you got a 6-inch and a 4-inch. 4-inch, of course, for vehicles there, and you know, it's got the useful little notch here, so you can kind of put it over things or around things if you need to measure, because, you know, if you're going to measure something, you could go just like that, I suppose. It's a neat little tool for $6. I don't think it's bad. It's definitely something that if you want to get custom printed or pick up at a con or something like that, I think it's pretty neat. And then they've got these custom little wound markers, which I didn't open any up, so let's open up a bag of these. I wanted to show you. This, of course, is, what are these? Omega wound markers, which I think is pretty neat too. So they're small. They're about the size of a dime, give or take, but you kind of get what's going on here. They're little wound markers, and then they're engraved right through with the number that it is. It's hard to see because when I put it down on the mat, let's see, well, maybe. It's hard to see there, but there is a gap. You can see it if you kind of pick it up. But with the dark mat there, it's kind of a thing. So those are pretty neat. I mean, you get a bag of these, $8 for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 15 wound markers, and they got various numbers from 1 to 2 to 5. Oh, I bet you there's 5 different ones, and there's 3 of each. So that makes sense. Okay, that's pretty cool. I dig it. That's not too bad for what was this, $8? Yeah, $8. It's pretty cool. And it's, you know, it's cool that they're jumping on here and filling the void. I know there's a lot of acrylic companies out there that do different things, but this is neat to see them. So they've got, I guess this would be Inquisition, and what else do they got? Some more wolf's heads. Now there's paper on here. You have to peel the paper off, because what the paper does is actually protect the acrylic itself from the process and from handling the thing. So you can just scrape it off with like just a pen cap or something like that. Red drops, blood drops, lightning. You've got skulls. That's pretty cool. Then these are metal hands, all sorts of different things. Oh, little what are these called? Angels of Death. Fist wounds, those are that super pop acrylic, and then there's some dragon's heads right there. So lots of different varieties there. Definitely check out their site. Of course, it's elrikshobbies.com, ELRIKS hobbies.com, and hopefully everything is up on their site nowadays. And there's one more thing I want to show you, because I know a lot of people always get these and they put them on their bags. And people are like, yo, where'd you get that from? And generally you get them for like awards and things, but somebody selling it's pretty neat, I suppose. So these are like purity seal markers that Elrik has for sale, and it's made out of like a thick vinyl. Like this is literally like a vinyl banner. So I mean, you could burn it and weather it and things, but you know, they do custom printing. You know, anything you want, you could get done. Now I'm not sure if this is something that they're going to offer. Like you can just buy this particular one right here, but this is definitely something that they're going to have very similar. Maybe not with all the iconography and things like that, but you know, you kind of get the idea there. And on the back, it's got, you know, the heavy duty pin, so you can pin it on your bag. Well, I think this is pretty cool because there's not a lot of accessories out there that you can buy, and then there's a smaller version as well that they have. So there's two different ones that they got. Again, new products coming out. Not sure if they're on their website yet, but by the time this video gets out, imagine they might be. Or if not, you could drop them a line about it and be like, hey, I saw this stuff. When are you going to sell it? What shows are you going to be at? I want it. I want it now. But that's pretty much it. I really like what Elrik is doing. Great people, great guys. Check them out at Adepticon every year. Man, there's just really cool company, up and coming, really doing a lot of the right things with a lot of these product offerings there on their site. So that's it for this one, folks. Thanks for watching.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.